Well, good morning and welcome to the new series. I'm wearing this insane jersey because it is -4 degrees outside and I've got a running session. In this episode, I'm going to share with you what my new challenge is, and it's coming off the back of that 10K time trial that I just crushed. But before we head to the track and I share more about that, just got to get a little coffee going on and then we'll make that happen. Last week I finished my 10-kilometer time trial challenge, which was awesome, and I did it in the time of 39:15. My goal was sub 40, and I'll do a video on a recap on it on the podcast later about how I broke it down, all of that sort of stuff. But what I recognized was I did my first 5 kilometers in 19 minutes 24. So because I have a couple of goals this year, I want to do a marathon, I want to compete in a high rocks. I decided, and the high rocks is not until May, so I want a little goal to sort of tie me over, to give me something to really work towards. And then I was like, 5K, I did 19:24, let's choose a number of 17:30. It's about 2 minutes in 8 weeks. I've got to drop my average pace from 3:53 per kilometer down to 3 minutes 30 per kilometer. I think it's possible, so let's see what happens. Anyway, let's get to training. It's time to go. He does all the training with me. What temperature is that? -6. So -6 I like to go with me. It's going to feel very fun for today's session. We had about a 1 mile warm up, which we just ran from our apartment here. And now we're going to get into it, which should be good fun. Over the next 8 weeks, the vlog's going to show you the road to our 5-kilometer time trial on the 10th of February, but we're also going to show you things around what we eat in a day, a recovery session, the week's worth of training, which will be next week, plus a few other topics that are going to be helpful to your running, but also making progress. All the principles that we talk about are relatable and transferable to every area of your life. So we like to always set personal, fitness challenges instead of just goals. The reason being is if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And I think it's really important to continue growing, especially in life. As we get older, we get more comforts, a lot of us do. So you tend to stop pushing yourself and challenging yourself the way you once did when you had a point to prove. So that's why I love setting the challenges. Obviously, it helps me focus on the important things that you need to do to live a healthier and a longer, more sustainable, enjoyable life, like sleeping well, eating well, exercising, mobility. All of those things are really beneficial. So that's why I like the challenges. That's why we've set this 5K challenge in the lead up to our next one. And I guess I better stop talking now and get into this session. I'm definitely putting it off. So that one's all done and dusted. I'll have a bit more of a chat. So we've recently moved from Australia to Nashville. It's been pretty exciting, pretty fun. So share more about that in a moment. Anyway, we're back from training. That was a good session. I'm just gonna have a bit of food now. But as I was saying, we recently, so we, my wife, myself, and my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, etc., we all moved to America from Australia about 3 months ago, and it's been an exciting time, and it's really allowed me more time to focus on doing things that I want to do that aren't work related. And I think, life's so important about having those challenges, as I was talking about before. So very excited to be here, connect with a lot of new people. And if you're watching this and you're from America, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know where you live in, what content you would love to see as I do these weekly vlogs. Also, I have a podcast for those of you who are wanting to improve mindset, etc. That's something that I do weekly or twice weekly as well under the Man That Can project. But one thing yesterday, so I was on a call with a coaching client, and he, for those who are following along on Instagram, you'll see that I'm doing something hard every day for 365 days. And when I say hard, it just means something that I don't necessarily want to do, that if I do it, I believe it's going to really help me improve areas of my life. So I've done things like cold plunges, I've done things, saunas, running, exercising, a 30-minute meditation, things like that, which is cool. But one of my clients in North Queensland in Australia has now committed to doing that as well. So it's inspiring to see other people who watch what I do or maybe watch other content on the internet, and it inspires them to do something to become better. And that's what I really want this series to be about. Not so much, I guess I want to achieve my goal, and I will achieve my goal. I really believe that. I want to educate you guys along the way, but I hope that this really inspires you to strive to get more out of yourself as well, because I know it's possible. I know you know it's possible. So that's going to be good. Okay, so post-training is one of the best times because it's where I have my first meals of the day. Now, majority of the time I fast in the morning, only because I train early and I don't want to, either be running or working out on a full stomach. Sometimes I make exceptions for strength training days, but at the moment, America has some incredible foods. This is about 330 calories, and I will do a proper full day of eating, but essentially it's a McMuffin. Who doesn't love a McMuffin? So I'll have that. And then I'll also have a protein with a few other things in it as well. So that's going to be nice. So this down here is where we go to our cold pool, and it's been anywhere from Nonetheless, that is a quick introduction around my next current challenge, which I'm very excited about, and I look forward to having you guys along for the ride. As mentioned, if you have questions about this journey with the 5K, whether it is to do with running, recovery, goal setting, scheduling your training, etc., let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about it. But as I said, next week I'm going to be giving you an overview of what a week of training looks like. So strength training, mobility, our recovery stuff, and then obviously the running sessions as well, and I'll talk you through why, which will be great fun. And then the upcoming weeks have a full day of eating, recovery, all of those sorts of things. So thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video, and I will see you guys next week.